Sweet. So anyway, this is Jamie on the scene at Say What with
Meg Warren.
from Repartee.
Yes, from Repartee.
Alright. So what aspect of creating music excites you the most?
Lately, it's been collaborating, which is a new thing. We just released an album in September this year, and the stuff that's on that album is mostly my stuff, songs that I wrote and brought to the band, and then they kind of arranged it. But now we've been working really hard. We've been home for 2 months, and we've been working really hard, jamming like 3 or 4 days a week, and writing and creating. And right now, that's my favorite part of writing. It's like going to those jams and coming up with like a line or a melody, and then seeing what other great, the guys in the band that I play in are amazing. So it's awesome.
What part do you find most discouraging?
Most discouraging? That's a really good question.
It's the perfect follow-up for what do you find?
It's awesome, because you get me all riled up, and then I gotta come back down again. It's funny, I'm gonna twist this around now. When we first started collaborating, I found that really hard, because I had like written these songs on my own. Everything under the name of Repartee was like totally under my control, and I had, I was
It's your child from your brain. And
yes, exactly. And then having someone else come in and interpret it a certain way and make these changes to it. For me, it took a while to adjust to, but now I love it. So yeah, it's no longer discouraging at all. It's awesome.
So you're working on new music.
We are, yeah. I mean, I don't know when we'll release it because the album is still new, right? I mean, it came out less than 6 months ago.
So any upcoming tours in store? Once?
Yeah. We have a show in St. John's on March 30th, next Friday. And then after that, we have 2 showcases at DCMAs. So we're heading out to the West Coast on April 5th. We're playing in Stephenville. April 7th, we're playing in Corbin.
Where are you playing in Stephenville too?
At
Wayland?
Clancy's. Yeah. Which is amazing. That place is bitchin'. It's like, oh man, it's so cool. And then after the ECMAs, we're doing a Atlantic Cave.
Okay. What's the most unusual place you've made a recording or played a show?
That's a good question. Maybe this doesn't count, but my uncle and aunt own these apartment buildings out in Port of Basque, and on our first tour in October, me and Tyler and Robbie, because Nick was away doing something else, he met up with us later, but we stayed in these apartments, and my uncle has like this weird collection of antiques and like appliances or photography, like cameras and instruments. So we found this like really old, really broken piano, and we had like a Weezer jam. I don't know if that counts, but
That's perfect.
That's all I got.
So do you find that where you have lived influences your musical style? Like being from Newfoundland, do you find a unique Newfoundland sound to you? Or?
It's a good question, because I think I've said that for every question that you asked.
That's why they got me to come here.
You're good at what you do. These are great questions. I haven't been asked these before. I think it does and it doesn't. The thing that seems to be, I mean, I don't know, I've never lived anywhere else. I grew up in Grand Falls and then I moved to St. John's, so I've never lived in Southern Newfoundland. But it seems to me that the biggest impact that it has on us as a band and as artists would be the close-knit community. And like the followers, like for example tonight, there were probably like 10 or 15 people in the audience that were here because we were from Newfoundland, you know what I mean? And I don't think that that happens anywhere else. So that's really cool, but other than that, I mean, we play synth pop, so it's not, it's not like trad or, it's nice to have that, to be able to, like, to have access to that as well, but I wouldn't say that it influences us as musicians and songwriters.
Do you ever feel pressure to change your musical style to become more recognizable worldwide? Or are you just happy doing your synth pop?
Yeah. I mean, like, the music industry is so
fickle?
Fickle. So crazy now. It's just, I mean, it's like, it's all from the artist up. Like, there's, those dreams of having like a big record label
who's one of the favorite bands that you've gotten to perform with?
Mother was really cool.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that was wicked. They were amazing.
Yeah, show with Hey Rosanna at the Rock House was pretty cool when you came up for the encore.
Yeah, Hey Rosanna have been one of my, like, when I moved from Grand Falls into St. John's, there was like not a lot happening in Grand Falls in terms of bands and stuff. So Hey Rosanna were one of the first bands that I saw that kind of were of my own musical taste and my own musical admiration. So I've been following them for since 2005, 2006. They're huge for me. So when we got to open for them, that was crazy. It was
Doing the encore with them too.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, they're dear friends of mine now, but it's like, it's still, I respect them so much as musicians. So that was
So how do you deal with someone that you don't like?
in terms of like,
Just in general.
I don't know.
So are you doing that with me right now?
That's where you're going with this. I get it. Well, I will laugh. I'll give him a pity laugh, even if I don't think it's really funny.
I get that a lot, so yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
Well, that's perfect. That's 7 minutes. That's all I need.
Awesome. Those are
So
good questions.
thank you for the time.
Wicked.